We're at the Aiea Trail Loop today. We're meeting a friend later in Aiea, so we thought we would check out this trail. Apparently it ends with a great view of the H3, the highway, and we're gonna look out for honey creepers. Although it was raining, I can hear birds, so I'm optimistic we'll be able to find one. And apparently there is a plane wreck here. So we've parked in the lower lot. When you're coming up, there's more parking lots, but where we've parked is where the trail is going to end. So we're gonna come out, our plan is to hike up the parking lot and then come around so that when we're done, we'll be coming right back to where the car is. I'm gonna put on some bug spray and then we'll go. So from the reviews that I read, apparently that road walk is the most difficult part of the entire trail. So you can either park up here, do the whole trail, then hike back up to your car. But our plan is, because we parked down there, to only hike downhill from here. And it only took 5 minutes to do it. Avoid contact with eyes. It just sounds like air is coming in. I don't see any liquid. So because of the spread of rapid ohia death, they want you to spray off your shoes and then wipe them before you start the trail, because you can bring them from trail to trail. So if you're hiking from another trail that might have it, you don't want to bring it over to the trees here. We're 15 minutes of the way in and we've just climbed up to our first power line view. And that 15 minutes includes the 5 minutes that it took us to walk up from the lower parking lot. So really like a 10-minute into the trail. The trail is really nicely maintained. It's pretty flat. We saw dogs on this trail. It's not like really rocky or rooted up so far. And with like different views every 5 minutes. So far the bench is our best view on this hike. But we still got time. It's only been 27 minutes. So we're just going on a trail, but if you look into the jungle, you can see people on the ridge over there. It's really quite pretty. You get like jungle views the entire way. One side with like big cliffs and the other side also a huge cliff into like, I don't know, a very jungly plant situation. Like over here, this is just a huge bamboo grove forest. When we made it, 47 minutes in, and you will see the H3 in the forest. I was looking out for birds. You can hear some, but I have not been able to see any. When you're going on the trail, you'll see like a rooted section and you have to go up to get to the view, because otherwise you would have no idea. It doesn't look obvious at all. There's no sign. You can hear the highway and see how fast they're moving. Turns out you don't actually need to go to the viewpoint. If you just keep walking, after the area with the roots, with the viewpoint, it will start to go downhill. And you'll be able to see the highway and even hear the highway pretty close. It looks so close. I did not expect to see so much of the H3, the highway, and it is super loud. And when you turn and go the other way, you also get a view of Pearl Harbor. As we were walking, I was like, oh, I think that's Pearl Harbor. And a girl we met on the trail was like, yeah, that's absolutely Pearl Harbor. You can see Ford Island. But I think us amateurs, we don't know which one is Ford Island. But
we're trying to spot the bridge or any like recognizable buildings, but we're a little too far without knowing what we're looking at.
Yeah, still cool.
Yeah.
So apparently on this trail, there's the wreckage of a B-24 bomber that crashed in 1944. Allegedly, it's 3-ish miles into the loop, so we've been looking for it.
While walking, roughly around the 3-mile mark, actually, I'm using kilometers, so we're just guessing a little bit. But there are these little ribbons on these trees. I can count 4 of them. The closest one to me and the trail is this one on this little tree. So we're thinking maybe the plane is here, but it doesn't look like you can just safely climb down. So I don't think we're gonna do it. It doesn't look. It's essentially just like a leaf drop off here. That's my best guess if you're looking for the plane. Maybe it's here, but roughly at the same point that everything I've read online says. But the last time I saw anything online that someone has found it has been 4 years ago. And the forest here grows. So it's possible it's just like covered it all up now. After thinking that the plane wreck is a myth, and right off the side, look at what we found. This is definitely a plane because of all the rivets that you see, how they kind of like connect, I don't know, metal, just based on the little like dots that they had. I don't know what part this would be though. Well, I had given up on finding it, but actually it was easier than I thought. When I come down here though, you do have to veer off the path. I don't know if I really recommend it. It is super slippery, but it's cool to see. I can't believe we found this. So it turns out that our first clues of the ribbons were just a decoy. And after we had given up hope, then we were able to find, like a minute later, able to find part of the wreckage. I know that I have read that you can climb down further and see more, but it's super slippery. It really isn't safe. I was able to like get a stick and kind of climb down to see a little bit of it, and that's good enough for me. I can't believe it. I definitely thought that the forest would have sort of absorbed it, grown over it, and everything else by now. But that's not the case. There is a lot of trail maintenance here. You can see that they've been cutting these trees and working on it. And truly, I would say that if you're looking for it from the top parking lot, it's about 4.67 kilometers. This side, us coming down, I mean, we did take time to explore the plain and we're going a little bit slower. So it's now 85 minutes or 80 minutes from the start of the trail. This side has so many downed trees. I'm so surprised to see this. Either they've recently done maintenance or it just hasn't been absorbed back into the forest yet. And some of them are so pretty. Look at the bark on this one. Wow. Look at this one. I think it fell and then broke. There's more tree on the path. Wow. And it's so pretty. It's so knobby and colorful. I'm surprised. I did not expect to see so many downed trees, but they do a great job maintaining it. We're walking and now we've just wandered into like a pine area. Started looking down and seeing more pine trees, and cool that you get to see a variety of plants on this trail. I swear the views change truly like every 10 minutes here. So to tell the difference, Cook pines have like the peely bark on them, and apparently Norfolk pines do not have that. But otherwise, they both have the notches on the edge, and all Cook pines lean slightly towards the equator because they kind of grow to face the sun. So really the tree that you see is most likely a Cook pine, which is the one that they brought in, hopefully to use for masts, only to learn that the tree was too brittle to be used for a ship mast. Oh man, am I glad that we parked in the lower parking lot. We're back at the car now. It was 2 hours and 8 minutes, and the only part that was really muddy was just kind of towards the end for us. It's a much more shaded area. There's a little river, so as you're passing the river, obviously you're gonna have to walk on some rocks. There's a rope to help you pass, and then in the more shaded area there was definitely a little bit more of like wet earth, but nothing super muddy. And it rained on our way here, but lightly, and then I think it hasn't rained for 2 days. So that's all you would need to get a pretty dry path. I'm so glad that we went this way though. There was so much less incline for us to do this hike, and honestly, a very beautiful, super enjoyable hike. I really like this one. Plus, how cool is it to find a downed plane wreck?